Okay. Um, now, given your 2 decades of experience as a professional coach, what advice do you have for any of coaches, any coaches of, Black coaches that would like to follow after you? What do you believe are the qualities of a successful coach?
Yeah, it goes a lot to my coaching philosophy. The number one thing you have to have in this position is patience.
Patience.
You going back to those goals and things like that. You have to know that it takes time, and you have to know that things are going to, you're going to have some roadblocks. You're going to have some challenges, and just being patient, being persistent. Are two of the highest character quality traits that I would probably say to get you to where you want to be ultimately. And
Mhm.
then just take one small step at a time. My Jamaican teammates in undergrad when I was here at Howard, as well as my current Caribbean, especially my Jamaican folks, they know every mickle, mickle, muckle, right? So, just continuing to just one step at a time, going through your progressions, building, building, building. If you do it that way, you're going to have a really great foundation, and that way, your ceiling is going to be extremely high from what you can achieve, and just attacking it that way day to day.
I mean, I just don't know how you were able to do it. I mean, how were you able to motivate these swimmers, to just reach the top? And, I'm so proud of your accomplishments and
Thank you.
theirs as well.
Yeah, I think in our space, we have an environment where it's really authentic. We don't claim to be anybody else. We claim to be ourselves. We do
Yeah.
things our way, on our time, on our pace. And I think when you're in this environment, or you're in an environment like that, then you're going to blossom.
Yeah.
You're, you're going to be able to achieve things that at one point in time were unimaginable. So, just continue to be true to yourself. Supporting one another, being in an environment where that this feels good, this feels right, and I can set myself up for success.
I think any athlete is as good as their coach, makes them. So, kudos to you.
Thank you.
All right. So I wanted to ask you quickly, though, about the women's team. They placed fourth this year, which is a remarkable jump from their standing last year.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that accomplishment, and what do you see going forward?
Yeah,
Um,
I talk openly and candidly about our women's team. To go from seventh place to fourth place in the span of just 1 year is huge. You
yes,
don't normally see that type of jumps, and a lot of it has to
undeniably.
do with the commitment to
Yeah.
our team. We knew that internally we needed to be better as a women's
Hmm.
team, and we challenged each other to do just that. And let
Hmm.
me tell you, our women's team connected like I've never seen before.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
they learned from each other. They were able to better support one another. They were able to celebrate one another and each other's milestones, moments, and
Oh my
achievements.
gosh.
And that's a beautiful thing. I'll give you a prime example. Just this past year, Camille Chateau from
Hmm.
Trinidad had the oldest standing record at Howard University swimming and diving in the 1,000 free. And we had one of our young ladies on a Friday night of a meet actually broke that record. So it was a
Oh.
big to do. We have this thing where we pass the belt. It's called the record holder's belt. Gave her the belt, celebrated, clapped for her. And then the very next day, less than 24 hours later, that record was broken again by a different young lady on our team. So that record
Oh.
got broken twice in less than 24 hours, but it had been in place since 1989.
Oh
So
my gosh.
the most
1980.
beautiful thing was the young
Yeah.
lady that broke it on Friday night was the very first person to go and celebrate the young lady that broke it on Saturday.
Oh
Took that
wow.
belt, gave big hugs, pats on the back, kudos. It was just remarkable to see. And again, that
Great.
is the challenge that we put towards our women's team, is to being able to, find a way to be better connected, to be, more supportive of one another, and to celebrate those big accomplishments and even small accomplishments as we go through this
Yeah.
journey together. And they did that. They did that.
Can you tell us, name a few of the countries where your students hail from?
Absolutely. So of course, the US, we also have Canadian, we have Jamaican, we have Trinidad and Tobago, we have the Bahamas. In the past, we've had St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we've had Bermuda, we've had Aruba,
Mm.
had the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. I know I'm missing a few. We at one point in time we had the flags representing all the different countries
Oh,
um,
nice.
uh, in our natatorium. But when we did
Yeah.
a renovation, unfortunately, we something happened to the flags, and we're not sure what. But there, I mean, it surrounded the pool all the way
Oh,
around,
beautiful.
which was
Hmm.
exactly, it was very beautiful. So we have quite a diversity
Diverse.
in,
Yeah.
yes, in our roster, both present and former.
And the camaraderie. Um, Everybody blending and getting along. And how does that go? You think everybody gets along well
Yeah, I mean
with that
it's like
common goal?
what I love to say is like we're one big family, and just like any
Yeah.
family, sometimes dysfunctional. So we're gonna get on each other's nerves from time to time. We're gonna sometimes not be feeling each other in different moments. But the
Yeah.
beautiful thing is our program is built out of respect.
Yeah.
And we also continue to talk about, listen, let's not let little things become big things.
Okay.
And let's not let little things, or let's not let anything get in the way of the common goal. And we
Hmm.
preach to our team every single day that every person on this team, including the coaches, every single person on this team has one job, and that's to make the team better. And if we're not doing that on a daily basis, then we're
Hmm.
not doing our job as a part of this program. And I think
Okay.
that everyone has bought into that. I think everyone uses that as a way to resolve any of the little things that go on that might, get on someone's
Hmm.
nerves or things like that, which can happen. I mean, we're a team of almost 50 people. And last time I checked, I don't know if you go into many spaces where there are 50 people, that every single person is best friends, and
Oh, wow.
we have
Nice.
we have to understand that reality for sure. But at
Nice.
the end of the day, no one can talk about us, no one can do anything to us without my brother or sister, a part of this team, having something to say about it, and
Yeah,
supporting them, and being
that's
that shoulder
great.
when they need to, when they need to be.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh my goodness, Coach Nick. Let me ask you one other question,
Sure.
okay? I'm sure you'd agree that the athletes learn a lot from their coaches and can be greatly inspired by their coach. What have you as a coach learned from your athletes and how have they inspired you? This is a long-winded question. I also wanted to ask you, how do you maintain a work-life balance as well? You know, um, what keeps you grounded? And
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first thing is talking about what the team has taught me. Um, I think this team has taught me to continue to enjoy the moments. Um,
Mhm.
they 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 keep a smile on my face. The best part of my day is when I get a chance to work with them on the pool deck, or even my tennis athletes on the tennis court. That really is the best part of my working day.
Mhm.
Being able
Yeah.
to engage with them, find out more about their lives and how they're doing, and
Mhm.
how we can continue to be in space to help them with their goals. It really does keep me going and keep me motivated. And I know
Mhm.
our entire coaching staff would say the same thing. The other side is the work-life balance. Well,
Yeah.
that's the that's a tough one. I mean, this is a long day, long night type of job. We're in the water, so much part of the year at 5:30 in the morning. And I don't leave my office until
Wow.
8:30, 9 p.m. For
Woo.
most times a year. And that can be grueling. And I just have to
Yeah.
say, the thing that keeps me grounded is my faith in the Lord. I
Mhm.
know that He's going to put me in positions where He wants me to be, and I'm absolutely a servant, and I live by faith, not by sight.
Mhm.
And then my wife and my kids and my family, they're my rocks. you
Yeah.
know, on the ground, and they
Yeah.
continue to support, and trying to find that balance between, you know, how much we work and how hard we have to work towards the goals set for the program, and making sure that my family is well taken care of and knows that daddy loves them, you know, as a husband, you know, I'm loving husband and taking care of my wife. It can be very difficult, but I've got a great, you know, family who understands, you know, what we do
Yeah.
and the importance of what we do. And we've learned to blend the two worlds. You know, my family was
Okay.
at the conference championship. My three girls were the cheerleaders for the team. They had their pom
Really?
poms and they had their different
Okay.
Howard athlete, you know, outfits on, and
Wow.
you know, it really has, again, being able to blend the two worlds between my work family and my home family, and that has helped with the balance for sure.
Great. Wonderful. Coach Nick, I have a question. Is that the same pool that you swam in when you were a youngster?
This is the very same pool. Yep, yep.
Okay.
This is the birth pool. This was my lane right here. Yep, yep. The lane
Okay.
4 was the lane that I spent the most of my time in.
Okay.
Up and down, up and down, up
Oh, wow.
and down.
This is fabulous.
It's a
Okay.
lot different now. It's a different pool. You know, it's the same pool, but the aesthetics of it are drastically different than when I was in undergrad with my teammates here. You know, one of the
Okay.
big things when we took over the program is we wanted to continue to evolve the surroundings so that
Okay.
it would be something that every swimmer and every diver wanted to be, and knowing that, hey, I have to be here, but I kind of want to be here too because it feels so good. Like the aesthetics of everything with the paint, that the fresh coat of paint that we put on it, on the walls, the bleachers, the locker rooms, the flags, the blocks, the branding on the wall, all those different
Wow.
things have made it
Yeah.
more of a home feel,
Yeah.
truly, for our athletes who, even when they're not working out, they come here to study, they come here
Yeah.
to take naps,
Wow.
they come here to socialize, because it really is a comfortable space for them. It's a safe space for them.
Hmm. Well, thank you, Coach Nick, for this uplifting interview. Okay.
Absolutely.
We're eager to see where you take Howard University's swimming and diving program. We're proud of your accomplishments and all that you're doing to bring prestige and recognition to Black swimmers. Congratulations on attracting this much needed attention to HBCU sports and Blacks in the sport of swimming. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. I really appreciate it.
It's been my pleasure.
And
This was super fun. Thank you for having me.
thank you. You're wonderful. Keep up the good work.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll be watching you and the swimmers. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Coach Nick.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye.